Hello everyone. Today it's a very special day. It will be my first long jump session after 3 months past my pubalgia rehab. I'm feeling a bit heavier than last week. I'm a little bit concerned about that because, as I told you on my last video, I was at 84. This morning I was almost at 85. Yesterday, Sunday, I had a big family lunch. Well, I didn't lost full control of it. Maybe it's some water retention, hopefully. But yeah, I'm very happy to be able to jump again. And well, I really hope today will be a really good workout because I need that. I need to have that feeling. It's why I keep motivated. It's why I keep training. It's to jump further. And today I'll be able to jump again. And I'm very happy about it. I'm now having breakfast. And I will show you a little bit of what my normal breakfast look like. I eat this like 5 times a week, 6 times a week. The breakfast, it's my most consistent meal, meaning that most of the other meals, I normally change them and I don't eat the exact same thing every day. But when it comes to the breakfast, it's the same thing most of the time. This is a really good and nutritious breakfast. And well, I just feel really well having this, and that's why I don't change it. Let me show you. We have here black bread with cheese. We have some fruits. I try using antiox fruits. Then I have some coconut water. That's very nutritious also. And I do 3 eggs and I put some bacon in it, and it's just wonderful like this. So this is my breakfast. There you go. About 800 calories in this. And you're not seeing it here, but I also do a rice cookie with a little bit of peanut butter and a little bit of honey. The weather, it's not looking as I was expecting. It's much cloudier than it was when I left. And now I want to talk to you a little bit about injuries, because I know many of you guys, as myself, we get injured. It's a thing athletes do. Unfortunately, there isn't anything that can, guarantee that we won't get injured. When it comes to injuries, it's not a matter of how, it's a matter of when. And I think where athletes show their real essence and the power and the strength of their minds, it's the way they deal with the bad moments, being them, bad performances, being them injuries, being them many other things that athletes need to go through. It's boring, these things that go through our mind when we're injured. I will never be able to, to do the things I was doing before I got injured, but that's not true. Things get solved, people get better. It's just a matter of how you face it. A huge advice I can give to all of you, if you ever get injured, and you will, it's, well, a bit cliche, but trust the process. And in order to trust the process, you need to program a process. You need to do a plan, either with your physical therapist, with your, training coach. You need to stick to a plan. You need to follow it. You cannot feel like a victim and feel like you will never get good again. Just be strong. Just be resilient, and things will get better. And trust me, when things get better, this great feeling of being able to run, to jump, or to do the sport you do again, it's unmatchable with anything else. The dopamine levels you can get out of achieving things that you fought for, it's the best thing ever. Well, that's the advice I have to give you now.
All right, the warm-up is done, went pretty well. The weather is much better than I was expecting. Well, considering the cloudy sky, it's not raining, the wind is not too strong, and I felt very nice. I was telling you I was a bit heavier this morning, but in this warm-up I feel lighter, which is a bit weird because the weight is higher, but it's probably my explosivity or anything or something like that. But I'm feeling really nice, very light. I'm powerful. I will now get my spikes on, another 2 or 3 warm-up runs, trying to go a bit closer to like 90% of my maximum velocity, and then I'll add to the sandbox and start doing the long jump. Today it's just 6 stride approach. I'll try doing like 5 or 6 jumps overall. That will be the workout, and hopefully next week I can go up to like a 12-step approach, and hopefully I'll be able to be competing like next month or something like that. All right, so these are my spikes. It's the first time I'll be jumping with them. They are feeling so nice. I used to have the Adidas. You know, I'm not the fastest runner. Being fast, it's not my expertise. I'm much more of a jumper rather than a runner. But, well, you need to be a sprinter in order to jump. And I feel like the Adidas, they are not as fast as the Nikes. But of course, if you have the right technique, any shoe can work. And guys, I see many people out there telling if you're team socks or team no socks. Well, to be honest with you, I used to be team no socks, but I feel my foot much more stable, my feet much more stable using socks, and it's much more comfortable. And the main reason for you guys jumping on the sandbox, it's much easier to clean your feet when you're using socks. So if you're a long jumper or triple jumper, I recommend you using socks. Can you believe that it just started raining after I did my last jump? As you can see, I'm smiling. I'm very, very happy. I'm feeling so well after this training session. And I did 550 twice on this session, which is like my 4th or 5th best jump ever. It's very, very rewarding being able to jump like this after such an odd time fighting this pubalgia. It was very consistent. The marks I did today, I was having some trouble with a few phases of the jump. You know, as I train by myself, I need to see the videos and correct myself, which is really hard because, you know, I can correct myself watching the video, but then when I'm jumping, I'm not sure if I'm doing the exact thing I was supposed to do. It's always better training with a coach, but again, as my schedule, it's very unstable. I cannot be hiring anyone because it would be a mess, you know, finding matching our schedules. But well, overall, very, very positive. And well, let's see what this week has reserved for me. For all of you, just remember and take that advice that I told you earlier about the injury and the way you deal with it, because it's one of the most important things that athletes need to be in control of. It's your emotions, you know, your psychological side. And being strong, it's not just about the muscles and the body physically. The psychological part, it's a huge take on this, and you need to be really well in your head so you can perform with your body. For today it's done. I hope all of you are good, all of you are training well and are happy with yourselves and your family and your girlfriends and boyfriends, whatever. So take care, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye.